Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Literally after I uploaded the video from earlier, not too long after that, the global data download happened. And of course, who's coming next? DOKKANFEST YAMCHA. Also is found in the JP data download, which I can only assume will come later on today or like sometime tonight for global, because we also do share the April Fool's campaign. The new loading screen for Dokkan during the April Fools, which is Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Fishing. And then we have the loading screen right here for you, where Goku is going to be putting his tail in to try catch a fish. It looks pretty cool. I can't lie, I like it a lot. It actually looks pretty dope. I'm a fan of that. And then JP also have a wallpaper as well, which again, Global will probably receive as well. We just haven't had the download for it. It'll probably be a separate data download. But yeah, the data downloads happened. The new quest stages are indeed literally live in the game right now for Chapter 5 Part 1. Area 30 is here. These are the rewards you will get from it. Of course, the usual stone rewards. You'll get bronze Hercule statues as well. And you can pick up the incredible green and blue gems from some of these stages as well. And the reason why those are going to be handy is because, do you remember that free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Fizz Goku? The one you get from the Bubba shop that starts off as an SSJ2 Goku? He can now be Easy Aid, and you can get the Easy Aid medals with the blue incredible gems. And it shows you here that, of course, you can pick up the SSJ2 version of him with the green incredible gems. So he's finally getting Easy A. The new quest stages are indeed here. And then we also have new trial missions as well, where you can pick up Supreme Kai Stones, and they can be exchanged, of course, in the Bubba shop to get yourself character slots, maximum stamina, and not only that as well, as it says here, grab the chance to exchange Supreme Kai Stones for items if you haven't done so, which is EX Skill Orbs, exclusive to the Super Saiyan 3 category, and that's of course because the free-to-play unit is indeed being Easy Aid, but pretty decent to be able to get Skill Orbs nonetheless. And then we have the scheduling. So on the 3rd of April BST, so again, give or take from your time zone, so I think for me it would be the 4th of April, the celebration of the DOKKANFEST YAMCHA will be dropping. During that celebration, we have the Easy A for LR Bojack and his squad. Such a weird Easy A to pick for this, but it's Dokkan at the end of the day. Of course, we have Yamcha, the side banner Yajirobe, and even though we've already gone through him in the previous video, Marjube, the Battlefield LR, will be getting his Easy A. And these are the Easy A's for the April Fool's units, which will be coming on the 2nd BST as well. So again, give or take your time zone, but we've already gone through their details. We will be going through these guys in just a sec, and we'll be starting with the Yamcha, who is an Earthbred Fighters category lead, which I have to say, Earthbred Fighters is such a good category. I was literally just flicking through it before this video, but it does only get better after the 8th anniversary. So not only do you have Yamcha and Yajirobe, who are both very good units, you have the LR, Kai opening Goku from the 8th anniversary, is a very good unit. You have Future Gohan and Trunks, LR UI, Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, who will receive an Easy A during the 8th anniversary. There is also Easy A LR Gohan, Easy A LR SJ4 Goku, Orange Piccolo, Birdku. These two are very much long overdue Easy A's. Hopefully they come soon. There's also the the LR Z opening Kid Gohan from the 8th anniversary as well. Easy A LR Super Saiyan God Goku, the LR Super Saiyan Strength Z Fighters Goku as well, who actually was during the part 2 of this celebration, but considering Global's already got him, there'll probably be another filler banner for this instead. Then there's Beastless Gohan. That's just to name a few. There's Kid Gohan as well, who's still pretty good, especially if you have dupes. There is, who else have we got? Pan's still pretty good. There is also Tech God Goku, Tech Ultimate Gohan. Even the Bulma's getting an Easy A and looking to be one of the strongest free-to-play units in the game. She also goes on his category. Could be worth running her now that she's a thing. But yeah, there's a bunch of great units that do go on this category. So it's a very strong 170 lead on a unit I never thought would be one of the best DOKKANFEST in the game, but here we are. He also provides 170 lead to the Saiyan Saga as well, and he gives the additional attack and defense and HP plus 30% for characters who also belong to Earthlings or Turtle School. On super attack, he'll raise his attack for one turn and cause immense damage with a high chance of stunning. Is that he has an entrance animation where he will receive Ki +2 and attack and defense plus 150% for 4 turns from the start of turn when there are another 5 or more Earthbred fighters, which is incredibly easy to do. especially when you have Yamcha, if you pull the Yajirobe, and then all of them units I literally just showed you, then he'll start the turn with Ki +2, and attack and defense plus 150. So the first 4 turns, this man will have Ki +5, and attack and defense plus 150% twice. So you have Ki +4 and attack and defense plus 300%, sorry, in total, which is already a very good start. Not only that, he then gets an additional attack and defense plus 30% of each stat performed, up to 150, which is pretty nuts. He also has a medium chance from the critical hit, a high chance of evading enemies' attack, and he also launches an additional attack that the high chance of becoming a super attack. Then he also launches another additional attack that also has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after evading an attack. So this man not only starts for 4 turns with Ki +4 and attack and defense plus 300%, not only can you then attack 5 times and build his extra attack and defense up to 150 on top of that, he then also has a built-in dodge that is 50%, built-in crit, which is 30%, and a built-in additional, which is 50% chance of becoming a super attack. And then if he dodges an attack in a turn, he will then have another guaranteed additional, which has another 50% chance of becoming a super attack. So if things in a turn can pan out as best as they possibly can, this man will dodge, you will crit on the majority of your attacks, and he could potentially, with not even a dupe, potentially super attack 3 times in 1 turn, raising his attack by 30% each time. And because of those built-in additionals, because he has a 50% chance to dodge and he's able to additional off of that, you can build up this part of his passive literally in 2 turns if you're lucky. So within those last couple turns, within the 4-turn entrance animation, he will then have Ki +4 and attack and defense plus 450% for a couple turns, along with still having his 30% chance of crit, 50% chance to dodge, 2 guaranteed additionals, of course 1 if he does dodge, but 2 guaranteed additionals if that happens, which both have a 50% chance of becoming an additional super. Honestly, I never thought we would see the day we'd have a DOKKANFEST YAMCHA, and I never thought we would see the day we had a Yamcha unit in Dokkan that was this good. He is ridiculous. And then not only that as well, he gets an additional chance of evading enemies' attack plus 10% within the same turn with each super attack performed. So the possibility of that is he could have an extra 30% chance of dodging because of all of his built-in additionals, which is just kind of just kind of crazy, isn't it? It's just kind of crazy. His active skill was extra large spirit ball, which causes ultimate damage to the enemy and within the turn activated attacks guaranteed to hit. So if someone in red zone can dodge, or even if you put him up against the Cell Max event, which we know can dodge, doesn't do it often, but can dodge, he is guaranteed to hit you no matter what. You are not escaping Yamcha, okay? And these active conditions can be activated after the character evades 4 more enemy attacks, which isn't difficult whatsoever, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are Earthbred Fighter category characters. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister for me. Category characters, which if you're running his 170 lead, you're pretty much guaranteed to do so anyway. So very, very good active skill conditions. His link skill was Turtle School, Solid Support, Infire, Z-Fire, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle. He has some pretty solid links with Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle. He also goes on Earthbred Fighters, Saiyan Saga, Earthlings, Turtle School, Worthy Rivals, Kamehameha. Quite similarly to Ginyu. Very strong unit on his own category and surrounded by his category units. But if you're running that category, it kind of just doesn't matter, even though he doesn't go on the most categories in the game. Then we have the sidebanner unit Yajirobe, who is also very good. He is a sub-lead for Earthbred Fighters. He'll massively raise defense for 1 turn. That's 100% defense. So if you imagine this man gets an additional super off, that's 200% in total. He'll cause supreme damage to the enemy and steal super attack. He'll then get Ki +3 and attack and defense plus 150 at the start of turn. All allies will then get Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 30%. Unfortunately, self-excluded, if you do pull Yamcha and Yajirobe, that's an extra Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 30% on top of everything Yamcha's already getting himself. He'll then get an additional Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 20% for all allies, again self-excluded, for 3 turns. Plus an additional defense plus 120 when the character is in the third, I meant to say third slot, but when the character is the third, third to attain key spheres, basically in the third slot, it's basically the same thing, which is very nice, which is where you're going to put him anyway, so you can fully utilize the support. And then He would get an additional attack plus 150 and a great chance of performing a critical hit when performing a super attack as the third attacker in the turn. It's like they have built the most ideal support unit and gone, if you run a support unit where they're meant to be in slot 3, we're going to basically reward you for that. But that is a 70% chance of hitting a crit, which might not do the most damage, but it's extra damage nonetheless. And he also has a 70% chance of evading enemy's attack within the same turn after receiving an attack as the third attacker in a turn, which, considering he massively raises defense by 100%, you're pretty much kind of going to take no damage, and then he's going to go, oh, here's a 70% chance to dodge on top of that, just in case. Just in case. He also survives KO attacks up to once within a turn, which is just insane, and recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn. So not only is he a good support, not only does he have such a high chance, a great chance, sorry, of hitting a crit, he has a great chance of dodging, he can survive KO attacks. He's honestly a fantastic sidebanner unit. As I said, probably one of the best in the game. And he also probably has one of the strongest active skill in the game, when you can fully recover your HP and remove all allies' negative effects. He has a Sensu Bean item built into himself as an active skill, which is great for red zone where you're very limited on items you bring, and typically bring damage reduction items such as Whis. These conditions can be activated when HP is 40% or less. I mean, that's kind of fair considering how strong his active skill is. Or when there is another Earthbred fighter category ally attacking in the same turn, starting from the 5th turn of battle. Again, considering how strong it is, I think the 5th turn is fair. And considering where you're going to be running him and who you're going to be running him with, very easy to use the active skill or trigger the active skill nonetheless. His link skills are Flee, Coward, Infighter, Tough as Nails, Solid Support, Modern Meets the Eye, Fierce Battle, and he goes on Earthbred Fighters, Earthlings, Saiyan Saga, and Savior categories. Next, we have the EZA LR Bojack and Bojack Squad. Is that what they're called? I mean, it's basically the same thing, but the LR Bojack is getting an EZA. His EZA is pretty good. I do have him level 10 links. He's ready. So he now becomes, after EZAing, an extreme int type lead, giving ki +4, HP and attack and defense +120. Super int types get ki +3, HP and attack and defense +90%. On 12 ki, he'll raise his defense by 30% for one turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy and massively lower defense. He'll then, on 18 ki, raise his defense by 30% again, cause mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raise extreme class allies attack by 40% for one turn. At the start of turn, he gets attack and defense +150, then an additional attack boost up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. An additional defense boost up to 100%. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost. He'll then get ki +1 up to 5, and an additional attack and defense +10% up to 50% per extreme class ally on the team, which this is literally just like free, because when are you really going to be running him with super class allies? He also changes Tech Key Spheres to Rainbow Key Spheres when there is another Space Traveling Warriors category ally attacking in the same turn, and then an additional attack and defense +50% with 5 or more Key Spheres obtained. So a pretty solid EZA, of course, can work well with the Dokkan Fest, who unfortunately has aged quite a bit now. If you have dupes, you'll be better off, but unfortunately for me, I only have him at 55%. Of course, he also supports Space Traveling Warriors, so they'll work really well together. And yeah, very, very solid EZA. I said I've got him at level 10 links. I think he's also rainbowed as well, so he is ready to go. And then we have the details for the free-to-play SSJ3 Goku that's going to be receiving an EZA. His leader skills now Strength and Fizz types ki +3, HP and attack and defense +70%. On Super, he raises attack and defense by 30% for one turn, causes supreme damage with a medium chance to stun. Gets ki +3 and attack and defense +100% at the start of turn, then an additional attack and defense +50% when performing a super attack, then an additional defense +50% when HP is 50% or above, and a medium chance of performing an additional super attack and attack +50% when performing a super attack. It's not a bad free-to-play EZA, would actually of course work really well with the more recently not so good EZA, which is the EZA SSJ3 Bardock, but hopefully in the future the SSJ3 category does get a bit more love. And then we do have the campaign details for the upcoming campaign that Yamcha does bring with himself. So as usual, there's a login bonus, Dokkan missions. We have his banner, which I don't actually remember what it is. Of course, Yamcha and Yajirobe, both very good. This should be the return of the ROF Blue. Have they been back on Global? I'm actually not sure if have they been back on Global? I actually can't remember. I can't remember. But if they haven't yet, which I don't think they have come back on Global just yet, this is their return. If you don't have them, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If you want them, you could pick them up with coins, but they're not really worth it. Dupes in them, they really do need them, so take that as you will. Trunks, he's okay, but still kind of a fumble upon release, unfortunately. Ginyu comes back on this banner as well. There's also the transforming Golden Frieza and the Goku that transforms through every single transformation. So the banner, I'm not going to lie, isn't the best. You know, these two are amazing. Ginyu's still really good. Dupes in these guys are really needed, but as I said, if you don't have any copies of them whatsoever, I mean, it's just kind of not worth picking them up. Just get them eventually one day when you're summoning and they return on the banner. So the banner isn't the strongest, and considering Golden Week isn't too far off, you're probably going to want to save your stones, but of course entirely up to you if you do indeed decide to summon. Of course, we have the Dokkan event, there's category summon, mysterious ritual summon, stone sale of course, the step up dragon stone sale with keys of the past attached to him, which is actually quite nice. I'm not sure the price of it, we're going to have to see for global when it does drop in a few days, but could be a decent deal. Of course, there's a new ESBR stage, there's a new Clash which has already been shown in the game, same with the Big Bucks Herku challenge being revamped. There's also a Zenny Shop lineup renewal, which is always quite nice, a nice refresh. Then of course returning story events. We've already gone through the new character in My Profile, where you're going to be getting new forms, you know, for in the My Profile section of the game. New Supreme Cloud Trials, which we've already gone through. And then kind of the standard stuff that you get through every celebration. The Easy LR Bojack. Easy A, then the Easy A like legendary summon for Bojack, which are the units that are on here? Bowser and Zangya, yeah, probably want to avoid that. And then new Dragon Ball story as well. And then there's also a part 2, which as I said, originally the Super Saiyan Strength like Z Fighters Goku did come out in, but of course we've got that already, so that will probably be replaced by another part 2 LR just for filler. Of course, login bonus, missions, there's a super sale. And then there's also an exchange with these items, but I'm not sure if that will remain. It might do. It might do. I don't see why they would change it. And then kind of the standard stuff. I mean, there was the strike renewal. I'm pretty sure Tien's already dropped for us. So maybe we just won't have anything there. Or maybe something will be shifted around. And then there's the standard like return of Easy A events, return of Dokkan events, things like that. Return of Easy E areas. Again, kind of the standard stuff we get through Dokkan celebrations. A lot of the standard stuff to kind of just fill up time and things like that. We've also got the strike event for these guys returning as well. But as I said, the part 2 LR will probably be changed from the Strength Super Saiyan Goku to someone else just to fill the time, I guess. In terms of who that is, not entirely sure. We're going to have to see. But yeah, that is everything that is coming during Yamcha's celebration. As I said, he's a very good DOKKANFEST, one of the best in the game. And Yajirobe is one of the strongest side banner units in the game as well. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments and let me know, will you be summoning on Yamcha's banner? Have a good rest of your day. Take care. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.